Hello all. Let's discuss about the project life cycle. A project life cycle is a series of stages or phases that a project goes through. The different stages of project life cycle are initiation phase, planning phase, execution, monitoring and control, and closure. So these are the process groups. These key process groups will provide the guidelines to the project manager for a successful completion of a project. So let's discuss about the project initiation. So in the previous video, we have discussed about what is exactly a project. So if you want more information, please watch our previous video. The project initiation phase is the beginning of the project management lifecycle. This is the first phase in a project management lifecycle. The project is initiated either with a need or a demand or an opportunity or with a problem. The main goal of this phase is to examine the feasibility of the project, asking the questionnaires, why this project? Is it feasible? How to do this project? What will be the project outcome? In the project initiation phase, we determine the following elements. Here we are going to see whether the project is feasible. We figure out what is in the scope and what is out of scope. Identify the stakeholders. Create a project charter. Project charter means a contract document between business partner and the customer. And also it will have a lot of high level information and expectations. A statement of work or SOW which defines the project specific activities, deliverables, and timelines for a vendor providing services to the client. We try to figure out the scope, identify the major deliverables of the project, and the stakeholders. The stakeholders can be an internal stakeholders or an external stakeholders. Internal stakeholders are the project team, project sponsor, user, and the management. External stakeholders are suppliers, competitors, customers, and the organizations. So let's move on to the next slide. Here you can see the different elements, the project charter, feasibility study, identify scope, identify project stakeholders, business case, statement of work, which we have already discussed. The next element in the project initiation is to arrange and conduct a kickoff meeting. What needs to be done, who needs to be involved in the project, when it needs to be completed, and how everything will come together to make the project successful. Let's move on to the planning phase. If you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. Planning the project is the last stage of the project initiation phase. A project plan is a master document and it's a roadmap for the entire project activities to achieve the expected goal successfully. In the planning stage, you break down the larger projects into smaller tasks and also plan the time, cost, and available resources. The main thing you need to do is to identify the timeline, estimate the budget, building the team, identifying the issues. A project plan consists of many elements like the scope, the approach, the objectives, the schedule, human resource management, cost budget management, quality management, communication management, work breakdown structure, issue management, procurement management, resource management, risk management, stakeholder management, change management, configuration management, and even performance management. We will discuss these elements in depth in our coming video. Next, move on to the next slide. So let's discuss about what is exactly a project execution. The execution phase turns your plan into action. Execution is the third step of the typical project life cycle. Projects can be like an endless road if you don't have a good execution plan. The project manager job in this phase of the project management life cycle is to keep work on track, organizing team members, manage timelines, and make sure the work is done. It is a stage or phase of the project. Whatever planned is put into action. A kickoff meeting will be organized with the key players to map out detailed timelines, assignments to start execution as planned. The project execution phase is often the longest and most complex stage in the project lifecycle. To achieve successful project execution, the project manager should assign clear responsibilities and accountabilities to your team members. The project execution's key purpose is to complete the work as defined in the project management plan and to meet the key project objectives. Next, move on to the next process group, which is monitoring and control. Monitoring and control process is to constantly track, review, adjust, and report on the project performance. The purpose of this step is to develop a control process. Monitoring and controlling involves project monitoring refers to the process of keeping track of all project related metrics, including team performance and task duration, identifying potential problems and taking corrective actions necessary to ensure that the project is within the scope, on budget, and meets the specified deadline. Project controls. Like the name implies, project controls are about controlling the project and keeping it from exceeding budgets and deadlines. If something bad is going to happen on a project, it's likely related to time, cost, or scope. Project managers are well aware of this and spend much of their time in planning in order to avoid negative risk and its potential impact. There are many tools that can mitigate risk in a project, but it also takes skill in something called project controls. The last process group in a project lifecycle is project closure. In this phase, the project manager job is to get the customer accept the final delivery. Also bring out how well the team is performed, provide the project closure reports to the key stakeholders and release the project resources. Project closure also involves handing over the deliverables to your customer. In this phase, the project manager job is to get the customer accept the final delivery, also bring out how well the team is performed. Project closure also includes passing the documentations to the business, canceling the supplier contracts, releasing staff and equipment, and informing stakeholders of the closure of the project. So there will be project closure report will be even prepared, providing the project closure report to the key stakeholders and release the project resources as well. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked this video.